YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Omar, and thank you for tapping in with Talks with Omar. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Good comments, bad comments, leave it all, man. So today's topic is the Bryce Young conundrum. First, shout out to Mr. Bryce Young, who was just recently ranked 98th in the NFL top 100 by his peers, which is a good accomplishment. But while I was looking through the video, I saw these two comments, one from a Falcons fan and one from a Saints fan, that really just solved up the Bryce Young experience. The Falcons fan is saying Bryce Young is pretty much Steve Young when they play, while the Saints fan says he wants the Panthers to keep Bryce Young forever because he sucks when he plays against the Saints. Throw this in as well as an extra caveat, he's 1-5 against the Buccaneers as well. So 4-1 against the Falcons, 1-5 against the Saints, 1-5 against the Bucs. That's a combined 2-10 against the Saints and Bucs, and then 4-1 against the Falcons. And so I pretty much think that solves up the Bryce Young problem and his conundrum. Who is the real Bryce Young? Can a real Bryce Young stand up? This is year 3 for Bryce, and he hasn't been consistent at all. And that's what, going into year 4, we need from Bryce as a Panthers fan, is for him to be consistent. If he can't be consistent, this team will never be able to take that next step of winning playoff games, going deep into the playoffs, and then what all Panthers fan want is an eventual Super Bowl win. And so my thoughts on Bryce Young. Personally, I've been called a Bryce hater just for giving, non-biased views on him as a #1 pick, but that just comes with the territory. Going into this season, I'm expecting Bryce to throw roughly 3,600 yards, 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I got the 3,600 yards. That's roughly a little bit over 200 yards a game for 7 teams game played if he plays all games throughout the season. But like I mentioned earlier, the big thing about Bryce is going to be he has to be consistent this year. Even if he's not putting up big numbers, we just need consistent quarterback play. He needs to be the reason that at the end of games, win or lose, we can't point the finger at Bryce that, he was a problem. I think a good comp to him would be Trevor Lawrence, as that, even though Trevor Lawrence has always put up the stats, his play at times had been inconsistent. He had a bad rookie year. Then he had some 8-win season, 9-win seasons. Then just most recently, he got the 13 wins. So Trevor Lawrence has also, like Bryce, went to what they say bad situation, getting drafted #1 overall to, they say, bad teams. But Trevor Lawrence was able to overcome some of that and show that, hey, he can be a consistent quarterback year in and year out. And I think that's the question for Bryce Young that we haven't quite seen in Carolina yet. Going into his 4th year, if he wants to get an extension this year, he just has to be consistent. I think if he's consistent, puts up decent numbers, and even if we don't make the playoff, we win 6 or 7 games, I can see them signing him to a 3-year contract extension, which will pretty much be like a 2-year extension because they'll use his 5th year tag as, year 1 of 3 years. So I think that would still give Carolina some time to play it safe with him and evaluate to see if he's the long-term guy. But if we're starting the season slow, if we're coming out of games, turning the ball over, those are those issues that Bryce can't have. That's all I got for y'all today, man. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time out of your day to tap in with your boy Omar. Once again, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.